Okay, so here she is, KURZ FS250 2019 model. Looks rather CRF XR, I suppose, from way back when. Nice color scheme. I know you can get lots of different decals and things. People are modifying them with that. But for me, I've kept it as standard as possible. The only mods that I've done so far is just the handguards there. I've put mousses in both tires. I've done a little bit of 3M tape here just to protect the frame on either side from boot rub. Added a little Enduro tool bag on the back, but that's about it. Yeah, so in my opinion, pretty tidy looking bike. Remember what I said about setting the bar at the right place in the beginning. It is air cooled, so these shrouds here are obviously just fake ones, but they do, I suppose, direct air onto the bike, which is cool, onto the engine. The other mod I think I would still do is add a bit of a bash plate there. I'm going to get one made up. There isn't one, you know, a standard one off the shelf, so probably need to get a custom one made and done for that. Okay, so let's start from the front of the bike. I'm going to do the bad first and then move on to the good, get the bad out of the way. So again, remember what I said about quality. Some of the components, when I noticed after the first ride, maybe it was just keeping it in the garage. For example, the hubs in here, there was a bit of corrosion going on. Oxidization, I suppose, is the other word. So all I did when I got home was washed it off, put a bit of, you know, WD all over them, and seems to have stopped that problem. Okay, the next thing to comment on, I don't know if it was just the size of the tire that I put on, but this mudguard in here got eaten alive by the tire within the first 10-15 miles. Not much play in there between the tire and the guard, but again, doesn't really bother me. The chain stretched dramatically after the first ride, so at lunchtime I was, you know, pulling it back, but that actually helped with that problem. Yeah, chain to be expected, cheap crap. So I've already ordered a new X-ring chain, which I've got at home, but not planning on fitting it just yet. Gonna get a few miles out of this one for now. So I can't think of any other bad things. Oh yeah, well, it's not bad, I suppose, a bit strange. Ignition is down here. A bit of a funny place to put it as opposed to up on the handlebar. And also, let me show you this side. It's very strange where the fuel shutoff is, the cock for the tank. You can barely see it and really difficult to get access to it. It's around underneath there somewhere. So even trying to get my fingers in, I can't. So a bit of a strange way, you know, to have that behind the frame. Maybe a mod another day. So that's the bad so far. I can't think of anything else. Let's start up here. So this is an interesting one. When I saw this, I thought this was decompression, but actually it's not. It's the choke. So when you start, clutch has got to be in. There's a sensor on the clutch. Otherwise I won't let you start. Clutch in, choke on, boom, and off she goes. Kill switch, start switch. It would have been cool if that was green, seeing that that's red, but anyway, there's your electric start, which is a huge bonus. Tank will do 6.5 litres. It's not the biggest tank in the world, but when I did my last ride, I worked out the consumption at about 10 miles to the litre. So you get 65 miles to the tank, which for an enduro bike, not too bad, you know, considering where we're riding, you know, normally get access to garages and stuff. So 65 miles is good for me. Oh, forgot one more mod that I did. I just put the charge extension lead so that when I get home, I can just plug the trickle charger in. So that's permanently wired in. Cool. What else is good? I know, as I said, I'm not far from a bike mechanic, but you know, having a spark plug that's accessible without taking the tank off is quite refreshing. So I suppose if I was out in the field and needed to update that, you know, to put a new plug in, then that'll be really easy. Kickstart as well. Spares, so far what I've done, because of green laning and things that can ruin your day, levers. So I've got front lever, I've got clutch, I've got rear brake, and I've got gear lever in my bag. But that's sort of all that I bought so far. All right, so let's start her up. Oh, one more thing on the ignition. So off, on, but if you want the lights, you have to turn it one more click as well, which gives you front headlight. So we'll keep that off for now. Okay, let's try and start her up.